Welcome back, friends. Today we're diving deep into the thrilling world of the amateur, a gripping 2025 action thriller that takes us on a pulse-pounding journey of loss, betrayal, and revenge. The story centers around Charles Heller, a brilliant CIA analyst whose quiet life is shattered when a deadly terrorist attack claims the life of his beloved wife, Sarah. What starts as a devastating personal tragedy quickly spirals into a dangerous conspiracy involving powerful figures within the CIA itself. Heller is forced to navigate a shadowy world of secrets, lies, and corruption, where no one can be trusted and every move could be his last. As Heller embarks on a relentless quest for justice, we witness his transformation from a skilled analyst to a determined fighter, willing to risk everything to uncover the truth and take down those responsible. Along the way, he faces ruthless enemies, unexpected allies, and moral dilemmas that challenge his very core. In this recap, we'll break down every key moment, reveal hidden twists, and explore the complex characters that make The Amateur a must-watch thriller of 2025. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and let's get started. The movie begins with a man named Charles Heller, who is seen working on repairs to his old airplane. While he's busy, his wife Sarah arrives and tells him she's going to London for 5 days. Heller walks her to the car to say goodbye, and after she leaves, he heads off to his job. Heller works as an analyst at the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA. Once he arrives at the office, he meets his friend, known as Beer, and we learn that Heller is a genius. His intelligence is the reason he got hired at the CIA in the first place. Soon after settling into work, Heller receives a coded message from a secret informant named Incline. After decrypting it, he discovers shocking information. The CIA's Director of Special Activities, Moore, and his assistant Caleb have secretly worked with a terrorist to carry out drone attacks on several U.S. ally countries. The news deeply disturbs Heller, but he doesn't tell anyone and quietly heads home for the evening. The next day, Moore takes Heller to meet the head of the CIA, Samantha. There she delivers heartbreaking news. Heller's wife, Sarah, has been killed in a terrorist attack at the airport. The news hits him hard and he takes leave from work to grieve. 2 days later, Sarah's body and her belongings are returned to him. Devastated by her loss, Heller decides to investigate the incident himself. He pulls CCTV footage from the attack and discovers that 4 people were involved: Mishka, Elish, Gresham, and their leader, Schiller. They had come to the airport for an arms deal, but when one of them was caught by security, he shot a guard. Panic broke out, and the group took hostages, one of whom was Sarah. When she tried to escape, she was shot dead. Heller gathers all this information and reports it to Moore and Caleb, but he notices something strange. They don't seem surprised at all. That's when Heller realizes they already knew about the operation. Angry and suspicious, he warns them. If they don't take action against those responsible, he will. Realizing that Moore and Caleb won't take any action, Heller decides to take matters into his own hands. He secretly hides a microchip inside his CIA ID card and uses it to access the agency's secure systems. From there, he downloads files that directly implicate Moore and Caleb in the drone attacks. Armed with this evidence, he returns home and finds an old CD player nearby. Printing out the files from the chip, Heller confronts Moore and Caleb, blackmailing them with proof of their involvement in the drone strikes. He warns that if they don't help him, he will leak the information to news outlets and expose them. Heller demands that they train him so he can personally avenge Sarah's death. Reluctantly, Moore sends him to Henderson, a CIA agent responsible for training operatives. Henderson begins teaching Heller hand-to-hand combat, but it quickly becomes clear that Heller lacks skill in marksmanship. However, he shows a growing aptitude for bomb making. Henderson also provides Heller with fake passports to facilitate his mission. Despite his struggles with shooting, Heller remains determined. Meanwhile, Moore and Caleb break into Heller's home and computer, searching for the files he used to blackmail them. They find nothing. Reviewing CCTV footage from a nearby bar, they discover Heller frequents a place called Farib. Investigating further, they find the CD player, but the device is empty. It dawns on them that Heller has lied and has no concrete evidence against them. Panicked, Moore immediately calls Henderson, ordering him to eliminate Heller. Henderson arrives at Heller's training facility, but by then, Heller has already fled with his fake passports. Henderson informs Moore of the failed attempt. Heller then travels to Paris using his fake identity. There he tracks down Gresham, one of the terrorists involved. Hiding outside Gresham's residence, Heller waits for the right moment. When Gresham returns home, Heller tries to shoot him, but fails despite his best efforts. Realizing that his initial plan won't work, Heller quickly revises his strategy. While following Gresham, Heller learns that she frequently visits a hospital for treatment. Taking advantage of this, he secretly poisons her medication. However, Gresham catches him in the act, leading to a brief but intense fight. During the chase that follows, Gresham runs onto a busy street where she is tragically struck by a car and dies. Heller retrieves her phone before leaving the scene. That evening, Heller visits a nearby bar, only to notice Henderson arriving there as well. He's been sent to track him down. Heller tries to escape, but Henderson blocks his path. However, Heller had already planted a bomb in the bar's restroom. When the bomb explodes, chaos erupts. Taking advantage of the confusion, Heller slips away undetected. Afterwards, Heller contacts his secret informant, Incline, requesting a meeting. Incline responds quickly, summoning him with the promise of important information. They meet in Istanbul, where Incline takes Heller to a safe house. Together, they start tracing the movements of the four terrorists through computer records, discovering that Mishka was recently in Madrid. Meanwhile, CIA Director Samantha begins to suspect Moore's involvement. Her assistant informs her that Moore has dispatched Henderson to eliminate Heller. Acting swiftly, Samantha sends another CIA agent to follow Henderson and attempt to stop him. Back in Madrid, Heller and Incline track Mishka to a luxurious five-star hotel, where he is preparing to swim in the glass-walled swimming pool. Heller devises a device designed to break the pool's glass. When Mishka enters the pool area, Heller confronts him and demands to know the whereabouts of his boss, Schiller. Mishka refuses to answer, prompting Heller to activate the device, causing the glass to shatter dramatically. The device shatters the glass of the swimming pool, causing Mishka to fall violently to the ground. He dies instantly from the impact. At that moment, Incline informs Heller that Henderson has arrived, still pursuing him. Heller quickly flees the scene with Henderson in close pursuit. Just as Henderson is about to catch him, a CIA agent sent by Samantha arrives and blocks Henderson, sparking a fierce fight between the two. Taking advantage of the distraction, Incline urges Heller to escape immediately, and he manages to slip away into the crowded streets. Meanwhile, Caleb tracks down Heller's secret informant and discovers that Incline is aiding him. Following her trail, Caleb and Moore dispatch a team to Istanbul to capture or eliminate Heller. One night, while Heller and Incline are asleep in their safe house, Caleb's assassins surround them. A desperate and chaotic escape ensues. Incline is shot and tragically killed, sacrificing herself to give Heller a chance to flee. Though wounded by the loss, Heller manages to evade capture and disappears into the night. Determined to strike back a few days later, Heller contacts Elish, posing as a bomb dealer, and arranges a secret meeting under the guise of a deal. Carefully, he sets up a bomb trap at the location. During the tense encounter, Elise reveals a critical piece of intelligence that Schiller runs his terrorist operations from a ship. Seizing Alicia's phone, Heller narrowly escapes moments before the bomb detonates, killing Alicia instantly. Fueled by a mix of vengeance and urgency, Heller heads to the port to track Schiller's movements. From a distance, he watches as a suspicious deal unfolds aboard Schiller's ship. Just as Heller prepares to intervene, the situation takes a dangerous turn. Just as Heller prepares to take control of the situation, someone unexpectedly strikes him on the head, rendering him unconscious. When he regains consciousness, he finds himself a captive aboard Schiller's ship, standing face to face with the ruthless terrorist leader. Schiller hands Heller a gun with a mocking smile, taunting him by saying that he doesn't have the courage or willpower to take revenge for what happened. Suddenly, the ship's engines roar to life, and it begins moving on its own, out of Schiller's control. Schiller frantically tries to override the system, but it's too late. Heller calmly reveals that he has hacked into the ship's navigation and control system. He has programmed the ship to head straight to Finland, where Interpol agents and the Finnish military await, armed with all the evidence needed to bring Schiller and his network to justice. As the ship approaches Finnish waters, law enforcement boards the vessel and arrests Schiller without resistance. Meanwhile, back at the CIA, Director Samantha moves decisively to clean up the agency. She orders the immediate arrest of Moore and Caleb for their involvement in the conspiracy and the illegal drone attacks. Their betrayal is exposed and justice is served. Later, Henderson visits Heller privately. He admits that he was unaware of Heller's true intentions and innocence throughout the ordeal. Expressing sincere remorse, Henderson apologizes for having tried to stop him and offers his support moving forward. In the final scenes, Heller returns home and is seen working carefully on repairing his old airplane, the same one from the beginning of the story. This time, there is a sense of calm and hope in his demeanor. As the plane is ready for flight, Heller boards it with renewed determination to start a new chapter in his life, free from the shadows of the past. The movie ends on this hopeful note, reminding us that even in the darkest times, courage and perseverance can lead to justice and new beginnings. And that's a wrap on our detailed recap of The Amateur 2025, a story of courage, revenge, and justice in the face of overwhelming odds. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more exciting movie recaps and reviews, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon so you never miss an update. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.